There's been two hot periods of weird paranormal activity that I have dealt with this year, March and May. January and February, to a lesser degree, were also a little bit weird. Because in January I saw weird reflective hail that I called exploding radioactive hail, which, dissipated as it exploded. That month was weird, and I saw it again later on that month, and I saw a few UFOs that month. February I didn't see as much. I did see one UFO near the end of the month. March was really weird. I saw 3 UFOs in March. 2 were really close by. 2 were going through the trees in this direction, okay? And they were hovering through the trees, and one of them I actually got very good close footage of, and it does not look like something that's man-made. The light emanates from the center and becomes a very strange shape, almost trapezoid, and then goes back to being a light in the center. Goes back and forth between, you know what I mean, like this. Imagine my hand is trapezoid shaped when it goes out only. So yeah, I also caught another UFO as well, and the same night I caught probably the strangest thing I ever caught on video that whole month. I started looking out of the night sky like normal. I started zooming in on the tree because I started seeing these weird things that looked like eyes. And these were free-floating eyes that were on the tree. But they weren't, because they were moving around too, and they weren't flying like a bird. They were just slowly and twisting around like this. It was strange. I caught it on tape. It was very weird. I saw several different pairs of them. You could tell they were eyes. These weren't like reflections or anything. These things were blinking. They turned on and off. I couldn't tell what these things were. And it really freaked me out. I got good footage of them, but I never could prove what was making them in the footage, because it just was not high quality enough for that, I guess. But I did enhance the eyes. It didn't really improve much. But it's just one of the weirdest things I've ever caught on camera, with those eyes. And later on, about 5 minutes later, they were gone. They were gone. They weren't there at all. 5 minutes later, they were completely gone. No sign of them whatsoever. And I also spotted a flashing plane-style UFO in the sky, which is a kind of UFO I see a lot, which looks like a plane that flashes a bright white light, but nothing else. Don't know what it is. But yeah, I mean, I didn't see a single thing from the area of the tree where these eyes were later on. They were gone totally. I can't explain what they were. There were also a few things I saw in February and January during mini investigations that I later on proved were something completely mundane and normal. Hold on, I'm trying to check if they're home. First thing was a red flash of light I was seeing in a certain area in the sky over and over and over again. Later on, it turned out that looking closely at several footage videos of mine, it turned out to be a reflection of cars, taillights driving by. And it was the only thing it could be, because cars were always seen driving by when this thing happened. The second thing that I saw a lot was what looked like a weird animal with glowing white eyes staring at me through the hedge and between my house and the neighbor. Later on, I saw there was a window there, and it was just weird looking. It just the whole hedge made it look like an animal. It was just a brightly lit window shining through, and the shape of the hedge made it look like an animal. It was very odd. I saw it 2 times, and it just freaked me out when I first saw it. But later on, I proved it was nothing but an optical illusion. It was nothing there that night. There were weird footprints right around the area I saw it. I never proved what made these footprints later on, and that's the only weird thing around that time that I can really call weird. Because the footprints just disappeared in the middle of nowhere. It's like something made the footprints, which looked like cats' footprints, and then flew up in the air. It was weird. Really, really, really weird. So yeah, March was a very weird month for me. Completely, utterly weird. Back for another watch here. on, focus. Fucking suck. See that light over there? I just saw it flash. I didn't see a car drive by. One thing I did recently is that I took footage that I took earlier this year in March of UFOs in some weird glowing eyes, and I enhanced them to see if anything could be seen that was weird. Now, when I enhanced them, I didn't look at the footage again afterwards to see if anything odd was seen in them. So this is the first time right now that I'm going to look at it. And I'm going to show off this enhanced footage right now to show you the results of what the enhancements show. The footage, I took 3 big UFO footage videos in March. A 4th one was not included. That one was possibly a reflection, so I didn't include it. There was one on March 3rd where I saw UFOs through some trees, through my side window. The trees are down the street from me. March 9th or 10th, I saw the same thing again later on. Similar UFO going through the same trees. March 8th, I saw another UFO, and I also saw some very strange glowing eyes I couldn't explain. So I'm going to show you the enhanced video and the original videos to show off what it was first, so you can see what the original looked like before it gets enhanced. And we're going to start with this footage, which I believe is one of the UFO films. Now you can see 2 street lights, one here, one there, and there is a UFO right there flying through. I zoom in on it, and there's a plane also to the left of it that blinks once. I believe it's a plane. I didn't get really good close-up shots of this particular UFO because I got really unlucky, but whatever it is, it's definitely strange. It's not a plane moving through the trees, it's moving way too slow, and it's way too bright. It doesn't have plane-like lights, and it's silent, and there's lots of other things that are wrong with it if you want to use the plane explanation. So yeah, this is the original footage of what I took on March 3rd. I tried to capture it even further, and I just couldn't capture it anymore, and it disappeared totally behind the trees. But I tried to get close to it to capture it, but it just failed. And I think I also had focusing problems that night as well, so I don't know. But I apologize for the light. Now we have the enhanced version. This is done with an edge detection filter. That shows you what shapes are in the footage, and it will help you see if this is an artificial or natural occurring light. Now as I zoom in on it, you can't really get too much detail in it in this piece of footage, unfortunately, because I couldn't get close enough to really see it, but it definitely looks like it's a flickering light of some sort. I can't tell whether it's natural or artificial with this. But it does give me some kind of detail on it. It seems to be very, very faint and small. Like the trees are blocking it quite a bit, so I can't really get a good video of what it is, unfortunately. And that's disappointing because I really put a lot of work into these enhancements here. Edge detection is a very powerful tool to see if there's any other shapes that the video doesn't show very easily. It shows all the shapes in the video. And I tried to do some stronger enhancements, but the file size was so big I just simply couldn't keep it in my computer. Now this particular footage here, let me see what this is. Is these the eyes? Yes, these are the footage of the eyes. You can clearly see weird eyes there. I'm not sure what eyes these are. There's a pair of eyes here, a pair of eyes there. These aren't birds. I'll tell you that right now. They're at a slanted angle like this. And birds wouldn't be at a slanted angle on that tree. And they are very bright. If this camera can detect them like this, there's just no way they're birds. And during this video footage, it was very cold out. There was snow on the ground. I don't think these were birds. I don't think these were owls or anything like that. They did blink quite a bit, though, and some of them even winked at me. I don't know what these are. I'm hoping the enhancements will show whether this is an animal or not that made these, because these eyes are just really weird. Glowing, freestanding eyes. You have a kind of a yellowish color to them. And about 5 minutes later, I took some more footage, and they were gone. So, and they seem to wobble around over the tree like this, which is very strange. It's like there's something else is making them. It's not really there. It's really weird. Could there be some kind of illusion created by something in a window? I doubt it, because I would have seen a lot more. And now I got focusing problems right here, and I have to stop the video right there. And I go back and look at the eyes for a little bit, and there seems to be more than two pairs popping up. There's a pair here that appears and disappears as well. But I'm hoping the enhancement will show me what exactly made these eyes appear. If there's something there. I'll assume there's nothing there if I can't see like a bird's image in the enhancement. But this is probably the weirdest thing I saw all March, was this particular night, because it was a UFO I saw that night, but this was just like, this like took the cake. I've never seen anything this weird in a while. I mean, eyes like that, floating eyes, they can't be on trees because they wobble around slowly if you look at them closely enough. Whatever made them, it's very bright, but I'm getting lots of focusing problems in this video, trying to zoom in to see what's making these eyes. What eyes of what creature they are. I'm getting focusing problems when I'm zooming in, which is really unfortunate. Now we have the enhanced portion of the footage of the eyes, and I'm trying to see if there's something there that's creating them, and I can't see the source of the eyes. I can't see a body. All I see are the eyes themselves, which leads to the idea that this is some kind of spirit disturbance that I've recorded on tape, emanating light, and not something. I usually don't believe in that stuff, but there are cases of people seeing glowing freestanding eyes in a haunted area before. I don't see a body. I don't. What else can I see from this footage that's been enhanced? I wish it would highlight the tree in the enhancement, but it doesn't. But I really can't see too much here from the enhancement that I didn't already see before. I don't see a body. I don't see anything that looks like a body of anything that's creating these lights, you know? It's kind of weird. I definitely see them opening and closing, so they're definitely eyes of some sort, but I can't really determine much from this footage at all. Kind of disappointing. I was hoping it would show me more. Now, we'll go to the next piece of footage, which is very short. The next one, because I want to cut this out early. This is footage I took of a UFO later on that same night in the sky. You probably won't see the UFO in this. It's very, very faint, a very faint flickering thing. But I think the enhancement will show it a lot better because it will invert the colors and you'll see it a lot better. I couldn't tell if this was a plane or anything like that. So now you have the enhancement here. See it? It seems to be something that's flickering a lot. It could be a plane. I don't know, but to me it's a UFO because I can't identify it. It's a flashing plane of some sort. I got it on film. But I really was trying to film this area to see if I saw the eyes when I did this footage. Now here's the next footage. This is a similar UFO to the first UFO footage I saw. This is the March 9th UFO footage. And this one I got really close and was able to make out details of what the light looked like because it actually paused for me and hovered in midair. And this is something I really want to enhance well because the shape of the light will determine whether this is natural or artificial. And it really looks weird looking when you zoom in on it. It just pulses in a very strange way. And enhancements will show it much better, but first I want to show what the actual video shows. So I'm zooming in on this thing, I see it, and it's hovering and moving through the sky. And right here it starts to slow down big time. And I start to get a much better footage of what it looks like close up. And it's only for a few seconds, but I think later on in the film I zoom in again and get even better look at it. I'm not sure. And it just looks really weird when you look at it closely. I'm having focusing problems here again. This camera has problems focusing. But I think I see the light again and I immediately zoom in on it again, and this time I get really good close-up shot. But am I wrong about that? I'm not sure if I got another close-up shot this time. I can't remember too well. I think the thing is gone, so maybe not. I didn't see a single thing, so after this point, I believe. So here we got the enhanced footage of the UFO. There are the street lights. Here's the biggest street light. There's a little street light, little light down there. Some house lights here. You can clearly see the street down here and the snow on it. And as I zoom in, you can clearly make out the UFO right there. Now, when you zoom in on it, you can clearly see the shape of it when it's been enhanced. It's a very odd shape, and when I get really good close-up footage this time, it will show the shape a lot better, I think, than normal footage, because this edge detection really shows shapes well. So it will show what shape this is. It's very important. So here I zoom in really closely to it, and I'm going to adjust my view of this area myself and look at it closely myself. And it has a very strange pulsing. It's pulsing from the middle outwards to form kind of a trapezoid shape, but not quite. And you can clearly see it does not look like a normal light when it's doing that. It doesn't behave like a normal light. So it looks very weird. Normal lights don't go from the inside and form a shape and then get smaller and bigger and smaller and bigger. And let's say the shape is created by trees blocking certain paths, so it seemed like an illusion of a certain light shape. You know what I'm getting at? It still wouldn't be pulsing in and out and in and out and in and out and getting smaller and bigger. That's a changing of size. So that's definitely a hint that that's a UFO. But yeah, that's interesting footage I took last March, and the enhanced footage definitely proves that this is a UFO. I didn't get much good stuff of the eyes, but I definitely think these enhancements are really cool, and I just want to show you these enhancements really quickly here. I'm back with another watch here, people. That light just got really, really bright. I doubt it's anything out of the ordinary, but car's tail lights, never mind. Reflections. Probably. On. Come on, focus. Well, that's the end of this mini investigation. My parents are home. I can't do it anymore. It was just too bright out tonight. I didn't see a thing. But I got two interesting topics out of the way, and I hope you like the enhanced footage I showed you. I enjoyed doing it regardless of the lack of results tonight. I will be back for another mini investigation, possibly, but I'm going to keep doing watches, so look at them. They will show more weird stuff. Damien out. We're back with another watch, people. Okay, that's just a reflection. Ignore that. Again, reflection. Okay, I think something's going on, because that was not a freaking reflection. No car drove by. Did you see that?